Did you see this shit?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I put it in a. Wasn't all the way in. Want to keep it? Or do you want to start a new one?
What's up? This is Corey Holcomb in a little pussy-ass situation that looked like I'm at a club and shit. That green screen shit, that looked like a little dance studio, goddammit. Anyway, this is my little, what we call this shit again? Corey's what? Little pussy-ass Corey's Corner shit. Look, predictable ass name and everything. Well, I get to talk shit before the show starts, but I do got something to say. So, yo, I want to say this to the people out there because there's an epidemic going on in America, and it's called not telling the truth. We lie so easily now and act like somebody else did something to us that the shit really, like when I go to sleep at night, I think about the shit and I be like, yo, what the fuck just happened? I am one who tries to get to the bottom of things and fix things in what I consider the right way. But I just want to tell you something. When you're talking to average people, the average person is going to deny and act like something wrong with you. Everybody know what happened with me and the little comedian dude, Alex Thomas. It really hurts my feelings to think that there are so many people who will listen to what he has to say when all he did was lie and act like he was the victim. But everything I said was the truth. I did this guy, everybody know I know this dude named Gooch the Great. Gooch the Great went and researched my joke from way back in the day when I did it on a Foxhole presentation. Coincidentally, my man Phil, he was working with that production. You remember what I'm talking about, Phil? Laugh-A-Palooza. Back when Jamie Foxx them was doing it, I did this joke before I ever moved to LA and saw Alex Thomas. I had seen Alex Thomas, but I didn't know Alex Thomas. But the point I'm trying to get to with all this is he lied, made it seem like I'm bitter and everything, and he was the one who did all the dirt. Well, yesterday, when I was out, somebody approached me, and I'm not saying nothing went wrong. But what I am saying is this. I believe that most of the time, when you're dealing with the average person, they are fucking insane, which is why I'm a loner and I'm to myself all the time. This person who approached me about something that they felt they didn't like. But what I said about that person was the absolute truth. And the thing I said that was opinional, I said something about, oh, they a pussy motherfucker and whatever. I said something like that where they a pussy motherfucker and, you know, they ain't going to be 100. Well, long story short, yesterday when this person stepped to me, they wasn't 100. And I was trying to make solutions out of what went wrong. But the point I'm trying to make is, as most of us do in society, we deny it, we lie, and we play victim. I'm trying to say, people who want to do better, people who want to be better, you need to stop for a second and understand that telling the truth ain't the worst thing to fucking do, especially to somebody that you shouldn't be lying to. See, if you lie all the time to anybody about everything, you really are a useless part of society. And I'm just trying to tell you, everybody who don't have the courage to tell the truth. Some people only tell the truth to people that beat their ass. Some people only tell the truth to, like, they boss at work who could fire them because they caught up in a situation. I'm saying, learn how to tell the truth on GP because it's the right thing to do and you ain't no punk motherfucker. So this story will to be continued because I hope it ends in a way where this person finally tells the truth, own up to what they did, and come to a resolution where you ain't got to act like Corey Holcomb lied on you, because Corey Holcomb ain't going to lie on you. If I lie on somebody, it's because I think they'll beat my ass or put me out their house I live in. And I just really don't see nobody being that bad where they gonna beat my ass. And I would definitely at my age not be in a situation where I'm living with somebody that could put me out because of how they feel at a moment. So what I'm saying is I don't really be lying about shit. What I say, I stand on it, and it's 100. I'm not the motherfucker y'all make me out to be. I am somebody who most of the time can look people right in the eye and say what it is. So this story is to be continued because I ain't dropping no names or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, learn how to tell the truth, own what you did, and stop acting like everybody is fucking you over. You fucking yourself over when you lie. That's some Corey Holcomb shit. All right, let's start the show, motherfuckers.
Yeah, there we go.
The freestyle by Corey Holcomb and this bitch. Cause I don't like your daughter, bitch. I don't like your daughter, bitch. Ever since I saw the little hoe, niggas knocking on my motherfucking door. Is Trina there? Is she coming out? I say, hey, put that thing in that bitch mouth, cause I don't like your daughter, bitch. Going in my refrigerator. Every nigga that nut in her, somehow they hate her. Her 2 kids that she kept, cause she thought them dudes was gonna give her fuck. But then they ducked out on her ass. Fuck that silly slut. Even though that bitch do got a big ass butt. But I won't fuck her though. Cause it's your daughter. But get the daughter out my face before the slaughter. I don't like your daughter, bitch.
I told you he had some shit.
Love and devotion.
We on?
If the tracks of lost emotion.
Another beautiful week in beautiful LA. Well, the weather in LA is beautiful and there's parts of LA are beautiful. Trust me, the motherfucking streets is out here, you dig? I am Corey Holcomb. This is another 5150 show. What's today's date? 11th or some shit?
Yeah.
11th, yes sir.
February 11th, 2020. So glad to be here. On the panel today, we have Darlene OG Ortiz.
Hello.
My comic comrade from Memphis. Tenor motherfucking country ass C.
Hey, man.
Cleatis. You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man.
Cleatis in the house. And of course, we got my man who makes a better Corey. I behave better when I'm around this brother. My man, Rizza Islam.
Yes sir, yes sir. We are here.
You all right, young bro?
Yes sir. I'm doing well, man. Honored to be here again.
We
Always.
got so much shit to talk about.
Yes.
But right before the show started, Rizza said something to me, and I said, please talk to me about that on air because I love the fact that this was brought to me because I am who I am, and one thing about me, I don't stand on it to the point where I feel like I'm not better if I change. And like when people say stuff to me, especially when I know they keeping it real, they speaking some shit that I need to listen to. I like to talk about that shit. What you just say to me, Rizza?
I said, are you going to retire that B word?
The B word.
Yes, sir.
The word bitch.
Yes sir.
Right. Okay. That's deep. I like that. I like that. Do you say bitch on stage, Cleatis?
Yeah, I do a second.
I gotta stop saying
On stage.
You try not to?
I try not to, but yeah, it slip out. They just got on Snoop, man. You
Progress
know,
is
I can tell is
But
the
you
vibe
just asked
is changing.
on stage. How about in
You
general?
use it in life too? Just like regular as you talking?
Terrible.
Nah, you know. Nah,
This is what we do. Do you use the B word, D?
No, I use the B word, but it's broad.
Broad.
That damn broad. Really, that damn broad.
Can we look up the definition of a broad and the definition of a bitch? And you don't use the B word, do you,
Oh,
Rizza?
no sir. It's been a long time for that one.
Okay.
Long time.
I use broad. What is that? What is the definition?
Oh God, I
What
can't
does it
read
say?
that far away.
I just can't read it from here.
Oh, you can't either. Look at you, huh?
Having
As
an
ample,
angle,
ample
Distance.
having an ample
distance from side to
side
side, wide.
Wide.
That's broad.
Oh, that's that broad. No, we need that. There you go,
That's a
woman.
synonym for fat bitch.
No, there it is, a
Oh.
woman.
You gotta look up urban.
Broad,
dictionary.
it say a woman.
In the informal definition.
Okay. Broads, a woman. All right. I just wanted to make sure I knew what broad means. Fat around the hips.
No, just woman.
Anyway, fuck it.
Idiom.
You know what?
I use the word bitch so commonly
Oh, so.
that sometimes I catch myself like, damn,
Yeah.
that shit just flows from me. The word bitch, because it's something I do. It's a habit.
Yeah. Takes time to get out of it like it took time to get in. It's repetitive, but like brother said, he doesn't do it on stage, or he does it on stage, but not really in real life. So it's just work in progress.
I do it all the time.
It take a lot of pain to bring the word bitch out of me. It take a lot of pain. But
You got to be mad before you call somebody a bitch.
Yeah, you got to do something bad.
What is the definition of the word bitch?
It's a female
A
dog.
female dog, ox, otter, or fox, or wolf.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
All different animals, female animals. 4 different animals.
So let's say there's a woman in my life who has brought me strife, and I refer to her as bitch. Would that be an accurate definition of who she is? I mean, I'm asking. I ain't trying to put you on the spot by making it seem like, because I don't really call people I'm talking to bitch. Like if I'm talking to a woman, I speak to them with respect. But I take pride in calling a bitch a bitch. Now, help me, brother Rizza. Talk to me. Give me some advice.
What you're saying is you need another word. You need some synonyms. You need some other words.
What if I like the word bitch?
He obviously likes it
because
because when you're telling stories, a lot of times I'm like, why she always got to be a bitch? Remember? Don't always
what I'm saying is, if the definition in the dictionary for what we know accurately describes this woman.
Oh, no, it didn't describe it accurately. It's a female dog. Now, are you talking about an actual 4-legged animal? Now, if that's what you're talking about, then okay.
But you're talking about street terms.
So
I understand, but we have to. It's vocabulary.
No, I listen to you say I should use synonyms,
meaning another word.
Because like a dog is a.
You said a dog.
Like if they call it a dog, so she's not literally a dog.
Right. So what
is a dog something bad? I'm asking. Like
now you're referring to the character. So usually when you say a dog, you're talking about a person who is not a nice person, kind person, intelligent. They do you wrong. So they're a dog.
Right.
So you're talking about the character. So what you want is another word to describe the character that you're using the B word for. You need another word to get used to.
Scallywag. Is that good?
Oh Lord!
I like Scallywag too.
That's too many syllables, man. It don't come out right away.
It's easier to say bitch, but if you prefer Scallywag,
it's better. But like for me, it took a long time. When I was younger, I used to use that word a lot. I mean, I used to use that word so much, it was bad.
That's why I'm finna ask you. Have you ever said it? Okay, because I'm finna say no way.
No, this brother is from Compton, man. This ain't no.
Don't.
That's why he's
But it took time. It takes time to get into it. Like you said, it just flows because you've been saying it for so long. So now you have to replace it and start to practice using another word.
Yeah. This is a brother who has
put
discipline into himself. You get what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him do no fake shit since I've been around here. Even though we don't hang out tight all the time, Rizza, but I ain't never seen, because I watch my eye is on somebody like that even closer. I'm like,
but how about
got on the sofa shit. Think he's better than me, and so I watch Rizza. Rizza 100, dog.
I can tell, man. Look, he got me trying to stand up straight up.
Right. No, we talked about that.
Men sharpen men, brother. It's all up.
You looking in an envious mirror, sort of. This is where you want to be, because you see, he keep himself up. That's the first thing I watch. He ain't got no gut or nothing.
He all eat high wings.
I watch that shit. That takes discipline. When somebody talking to me, the first thing I do is this. I look right at who the fuck talking to me. It be some motherfuckers out here 300 pounds. What you need to do? I be like, shut the fuck up before you die. You know what I mean? But no, that's deep. I'm glad you said something to me about the word bitch. Because I don't have to use bitch. I'm gonna try to perfect Scallywag with all the syllables. Can somebody suggest in the 5150 Nation other women?
Suggest some better words, family. Than B words to brother Corey. Suggest some better words to describe when he's disgruntled. Because I say sister.
I was gonna say that. There you go. But
I know.
But how about referring to her pertaining to what she did? In other words, if you're telling a story,
talk about what she did. Behavior.
Was she a thief? Was she a thief? Was she a gold digger? Was she a liar? Was she,
But what's wrong with saying you behave like a bitch? If you behave like a dog. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Help me. I swear I want to do better. I want to be a stand up do right motherfucker. But
that's
They
beautiful.
just say dirty broad, like instead of a dog. Because most of the time when people say dog, they're referring to somebody being dirty, like
And
just
even
bad.
what you just did when you said you're behaving like that's much better automatically because
Right.
you're telling them you're not that, but you're behaving like that.
Like that,
So if
right.
you don't want to be called that, stop behaving like that.
I agree.
I'm just saying what you just did was better how you worded. Y'all like, man, this is straight up therapy in the way.
this is why I agree
Progress is beautiful.
with Brother Rizza and D, which I rarely agree with what the fuck D talking about.
But I try with him. I
No,
Most of the time when D
point.
talking, I be like,
Oh, they give you words now. They give you words.
oh,
what
Lord.
they bird,
Thought the honor.
kid
Oh, Lord.
killers. I like kid killers. Biatch,
What is a
Oh,
hair built.
a
what is
skank.
a foot dragger? What
A
is that?
skank.
I don't know what a foot dragger is, but I like it. Somebody got roach,
Wow.
nut drainer,
Flossy.
right?
Trail man.
Oh Lord, it's going fast.
What is trail man?
I think
Somebody said trail man.
Skank hoe.
Carly said,
I want you to know something. I'm trying to teach you something too, though.
No.
Oh yes, sir. No,
I'm trying to teach you something too, though.
Oh, harlot,
I
Jezebel.
will
Harlot.
never be a human being of morality and stand on a word like bitch. But in this time of bitches, the word flows so easily because I am just being honest with you. Most of the women I engage, which is my sisters of the struggle. I'm just keeping it real. I don't deal with a lot of women who are not in a struggling ass situation. Strugglers are willing to listen to me. That's all I'm saying. If they on their feet, like you see a bitch get out of Benz or a Bentley, what am I tell this bitch? I mean, what am I tell this lady?
See?
What am I gonna say to her?
He worked on it. Good. That's good.
What am I gonna say to her? But when you see a girl crying because she couldn't get all her groceries at Walmart or somewhere like that, those are the type of women I deal with. And a lot of times they conduct themselves like that word. So when I say it, it ain't because I'm trying to be vicious. It's like it's a quick word to describe what I feel like I'm around. But I don't have to stoop to that level and use it as freely as I use it. But talking to people straight up, you're going to describe them as they are. And I know a lot of scallywags.
You know
I
what?
understand.
Yeah, no, he likes that word. He
What a,
likes
beautiful,
that
what a
word.
beautiful thing is we working on it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that matters. Work.
Now that's what's up.
Progress.
That's real.
Yay,
Progress.
look at
Look,
Making progress. That's love.
I'm going to try not to call you a bitch until I absolutely have to.
that's right.
Good
Okay?
job, brother. Good job.
And that is
that's right.
because of Brother Rizza, because I know, like, Brother Rizza, when I talk freely like that, he cringes. I watch you, bruh. Brother be like,
He act like
Corey. He be like, he be wanting me to be a better me. I know that. That's
why I
why
stay
I
around.
fucks with you, man.
That's why I stay around.
I fucks
We-
with
we
you,
brothers.
dude.
We brothers.
You want me to be a better me. And I'm just saying, I want to be a better me.
That's right. That's
I can
it.
tell you every time you
brothers.
said it, he was like, oh, like
Right.
somebody had stabbed him or something.
It took time, man. It took time.
And I think the reason he do that because he's trying to walk a higher path.
I feel you, man.
Of
It was
course
hurting
he
you.
is,
Huh?
and
Doing
why
my
not
best,
help
man.
others, right?
And let me tell you something, bro. I done met a lot of brothers who are trying to walk a better path. When I say trying to walk a better path, I mean that's all they doing. They trying, and that's all they doing. They not walking the better path. Can you
It's a
understand me?
difference. It's a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big difference
Big
when you see somebody walking the right path, because anybody could slip up here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
a lot of brothers I see, and they come across just like my brother right here, Rizza, where they suited up, they talk the Islamic talk, they talk a lot of shit, but
right.
all they doing is trying. They not doing. I respect people that do it. And every once in a while, you might see a little slip in them because we only human.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yes.
Struggling every day, brother.
That's what's up.
Right. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, I like
That's
that
all up.
shit.
But nah, Nah, he
Progress,
the truth.
that's
He
right.
probably eat breakfast like that. You know what I'm saying? Walk around the house like that.
Right.
Nobody in the house, man.
It's
He got a robe. He got a bathrobe that's a suit with you tied up.
I'm thinking about getting one of those. That's funny.
Yo, Rizza, I see you. I see you, brother. Trust me, I see you.
My brother. Yes, sir.
And it's good we started out talking about that because now we about to go
Oh,
into.
geez, here we go.
I just got to say something about these 3 sisters who are caught up. And when you get, let me tell you something. When black people finally recognize you, that means you are so bad. Because we are hypnotized by the things we see around us that we can let people who are bad be accepted in our mind. But Oprah and Gayle have done so much dirt that they have opened the eyes of the black community about who they are. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do you know how dirty you have to be before everybody finally be like, hey,
Wait a second.
you ain't right. It's like the whole community all of a sudden found out what Gayle and Oprah is about. They always been agents of the system. Nobody stays on top that long, which Oprah has, without being an agent of the system.
This is correct.
If you speak up for you and yours, they are not going to use you.
Correct.
Oprah don't speak up for us. In fact, she go out her way to bring the drama. This has been said on this show before it became a hot topic. I mean, like, and now, okay, Snoop said what he said, and, you know, he was on the internet, and you saw him get more fired up as he was talking because he know Brother Kobe legacy was being tarnished with bad intent. Working on my vocabulary game since Rizza
You got it,
here.
brother. You on point. Go ahead. Go ahead, Corey.
And as he got more and more fired up, he got to the point where he said, should I call a one? And I was waiting on it. It was almost like an orgasm when he said, dog head bitch. I was like, yeah!
Lord.
I was so happy he said that.
After all that talk earlier, I know.
Then he said something like, I'm not sure exactly what he said about we come get you or something. Did he say something?
He did say that.
did.
Don't make us come get you.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that.
he
Yeah.
did say that.
That's the mistake he made because they can run with that in a way like, see,
Right.
you a bad guy and you gonna do this, you a black gangbanger, a villain or
Trying to say
whatever.
He threatened her,
Right.
and they
But peep this. Oprah was so slick with her little counter when she got the other black lady who was supposed to be some security of Obama.
Susan Rice, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan Rice?
Security for the what is it? The not nation. What do they
National
call it?
Security.
National
Department, I
security.
believe.
She was like the head of it.
Some national security lady that you ain't never really seen come out front until this Snoop Dogg thing. You ain't seen this lady. Where'd she come from? Because the first thing I said to myself, who is this bitch? Forgive me. I'm getting better. But that's the first thing I said. Then they like, this is the security lady. And the first thing I said, well, why we didn't see this lady when that Caucasian woman had her finger all in Obama face?
Oh, yeah.
She didn't step out for that. But she stepped out when Snoop Dogg said something. That's all Oprah doing. Oprah a criminal, man. Trust me. I'm from the Chi. Oprah, I know about you. I know what you do. Oprah put hits. Oprah, I know what you do. I've been knew you. See, women like Oprah, I definitely want to know what you feel about this, you feel about this. This is my opinion. In this world, women who are not attractive blend in with the rest of everybody else.
Wait, what?
Just hear me make this point.
Yes, sir.
Unattractive women are always fighting, talking crazy, or whatever with everybody else because they're uncomfortable in their skin. If you put an unattractive woman in a room with two other unattractive women and one little cute girl, they gonna beat that bitch ass. They gonna jump that bitch together.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, this is my experience
Right.
with women who are unattractive and men who are weak. They always are ready to beat up on men that might be weaker or somebody they can get ahead of or whatever. The alpha males with self-confidence, most of the time they trying to help somebody. That's what I noticed. They always, whether it be the woman they with or somebody who is out in need.
Right.
Alpha males, in my opinion, they don't have the insecurities
It's true. This is true.
that these other men have. I don't have to say their name, Weinstein, all them motherfuckers.
Right.
So ugly women and weak men get together and make the world a harder place to live in. This is my opinion. I mean, like, do anybody want to speak on the
Well,
Oprah?
you just said specifics about those people, but to me, all in a nutshell, I think more so just when people would say unhappy people. So when people are miserable, and it could be in their skin, could be looks, could be failure of career, success, whatever, but just unhappy people in general will do that. You know what I'm saying, to other people.
Unhappy people
But you
are
got
ugly
specific-
people.
Well, there you go. Well, you
Ugly people go to school. That's when you first find out you ugly.
I cannot.
When you get to school, you are in kindergarten. You a child. And somebody say, get your ugly ass out of here. And you be like, I always thought I was ugly. I'm just saying.
It's more awful in elementary because they go specific. They don't even say ugly. Maybe now they do, but
They make a name
back
for
in
you
the
or
day,
whatever.
they'd be like, "Ooh, your eyes," or "Ooh, your nose."
Every once in a
know,
while,
so-
you meet a person who is challenged look-wise, who is a good person. Every once in a while, you be shocked they're a good person. You be
Hey,
like,
but nah, the better they look on the inside, the better they look on the outside. Even if they a little ugly, if they inside is really pretty, it shines
There
through.
you go. Right.
that's what you say when you get older and don't nobody want you. But while you
Oh,
young,
Lord.
you are looking for
terrible.
somebody who is pretty on the outside, and you hope you can fix them on the inside. That's what happened to most of us. We get especially men, we get a girl that's cute, and we be thinking, man, you know, if I show her that she really my girl and all like
She
that,
could be
maybe she won't be like that.
And she could be. Oof.
But the truth is, when you older, you figure out a person who ugly on the inside is always gonna be ugly. That's what I found out. When they are rotten on the inside,
No matter how you
only
look, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a
tragedy
Yeah.
will make them a better person a little bit. Tragedy helps.
maybe they could be so far gone.
Their daughter get bit by a pit bull and die or something like that. That's what make them a better person. That's just my daughter died. I ain't been on that. I'm just saying.
I can tell you when it comes to the Oprah Winfrey thing, this is what a lot of people will start to question, which is the black boule. Okay, you talk about
Boule?
boule. I believe.
What does that mean, Rizza?
Boule, which is, you could say, the secret organization of rich black folks, millionaires and billionaires who are working on behalf of the system of white supremacy. They had a cartoon about it in T-Pain's Freaknik, that cartoon that he had, and they showed Oprah Winfrey and a few other black celebrities who are part of the boule, where they are doing the white man's job by keeping the masses of black people asleep and unaware of what the system is doing. So Oprah Winfrey happens to be a billionaire, which again, you cannot access that level of wealth in this country without having your system co-signing you or having aid or authority being given to you by the system. You have to be approved by them. Not only are you approved, but it comes with stipulations. It comes with certain things that you must continue to do. Make sure the people do not know what's going on here. Make sure you subjugate this many people. It may come with sacrifices. You got to kill this person. Like you said, when you said she puts out hits, that's a real thing. Now, I don't know if she has put out a hit or not, but I'm saying that is a part of what they do. Same thing with pharmaceuticals. Same thing when you get up to a certain level, they will do that. If anyone threatens their bottom line, their sovereignty and control, they will check them. That's what they do. That's why Bill Cosby, one, right? Any one of these rich black celebrities who start speaking out and really telling the truth about what's going on, something will happen to them. It always happens like that. Snoop said what he said, and all of a sudden that caused an avalanche of celebrities to come out and speak the truth about it, because a lot of them are not owned to the degree that Oprah Winfrey is. She's owned to the epitome of being owned as a black billionaire in America.
I have a quick question.
Well, that's the name of her book, right? I mean, her magazine.
Own, yeah, exactly.
It ain't no coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
It's not. That's, yeah.
Well, it
Her
stands for
network's
Oprah Winfrey Network, but
That's what they say it stands for.
that's so silly.
It ain't no coincidence. It's own.
I have a quick
Right.
question. Do you
Yeah.
think that Bill Cosby? Now, remember how he used to speak about brothers before, cursing, things like that, and their stand-ups and all that. And now, because he just tweeted, or whoever tweets for him on his account,
Right.
backing up Snoop, talking about yeah, and chiming in on Gayle and Oprah. So like, yeah, man, thank you. And now he's
But-
like, where did he
From
go?
jail.
You know what? I thought that emphasized how weak she was, though. How you gonna throw Bill Cosby under the bus? You know, I felt like she trying to get his phone taken away in jail or some shit. You know?
But my
Well, she
question
did
was,
say that, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
did she?
She actually said that.
Yeah, he
Getting his
tweeting
phone
from
taken
his
away.
phone in jail. I know he was like, God damn. That's what he said. You bitch.
He probably wouldn't have
He was like-
had this kind of stance if that didn't happen to him.
Very
Do you
true.
think?
This is, well, I can say with Bill Cosby, first of all, a lot of people need to understand when it comes to Bill Cosby, that whole situation and circumstance, a lot of that stuff is orchestrated, a lot of that stuff was a lie, a whole lot of that stuff that was going on was absolute lies. Some of it was absolutely true. But when it comes to Bill Cosby, him being a black man who was donating millions of dollars to Spelman College and all these colleges, I believe Spelman, he donated $20 million, the largest amount that was ever donated. And all these different people, he put so many people through college and all these different things, but they had to come after him. He would have become more influential than Oprah. As a matter of fact, he was. When he was going to connect and come up with other actors and other people with money, black
the
folks,
first one to
to
invest in
own,
the network.
yeah, to buy the network, which he was. People say he doesn't have enough money. It's like, you don't know what moves he's making. You don't know what moves he's making. He can come together like the Jewish people do. They come together with their networks, which is why they own NBC, they own CBS, they own Fox, they own all of these because they collectively came together and strategically took it over. That's what he was pushing to do. And so when he tried to make that move, well, they black folks on him. So Oprah bashed him. Oprah bashed Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson came out and told the truth about the Jewish people who own it. Tommy Mottola, he came out and told the truth about Sony. Michael was dropping straight up bombs on them. So they said, not only are we going to destroy him, but when he dies, we're going to keep stomping his name until he no longer has influence even from the grave. So 10 years later, you dig Michael up in this documentary with these two white boys, and one of them were the ones who testified on Michael's behalf in 2005, saying, yeah, Michael never touched me, he was innocent, etc.
And his family accepted money and
Etc.
homes
And they
from
said,
him.
yeah, we accepted money, or we just wanted money. 10 years later, all of a sudden, Michael Jackson did this to me and all that. Hold on. And then Oprah is behind it, and all of this happened to be hearsay. Then they had to pull the documentary because it was a lie after a lie after lie. And it's like, okay, hold on. While Harvey Weinstein has over 20 women accusing him, Donald Trump has over 22 women accusing, Harvey Weinstein has over 50 women coming at him. Donald Trump has over 20 women. Bill Clinton has those women coming at him. George Bush Jr., and she's taking pictures of all of them. But that lets you know who she is owned by. She's taking pictures with all these presidents. Okay, you're owned. And she is their lapdog. She is the black woman who they use to subjugate other black people.
And she got a nuclear bunion on her foot.
I cannot.
It can't blow up a whole city, but a block. If you hit Oprah with a car, that bunion will blow up everything in the region.
People need to look at who owns her.
Right.
Look at who owns her.
So, yo, let me tell you something. Rizza Islam had the audacity to call me and ask me, can he come by? And it's hilarious to me. Brother, I got an open door policy with you. Once again, let me say this because I get a lot of, I'm starting to get a lot of flack in the streets about who I have on my show, which is hilarious to me. I mean, I think this is my show. I don't know. You heard so-and-so. Listen.
5150, so you can go.
Up here at this storage, I don't. Okay, I'll put it like this: when Ari Spears got his ass whooped for talking shit, cost me about 19 grand to put that fire out. Just keeping it real, cause y'all, a lot of y'all don't know the ins and outs to putting out fires when stuff happen. Because in this world, people are so happy.
That's true.
Ari Spears got his ass whooped for talking that shit to that man, and he did what most motherfuckers will do, beat his ass. So Ari Spears went and took a little money out his little account and put some money down on what they do when you go get a lawyer. I gotta explain this because people don't know, Rizza.
Tell the truth.
When you go get a lawyer, you put down what is called a
Retainer.
I'm blanking.
Retainer.
Retainer. So bitch ass Ari, excuse me, Rizza, It's male bitches out here. Bitch ass Aries.
Understood. That's understood.
Went and put down a retainer just because he was shamed he got beat up. Regardless if I knew he wasn't ready to go to court and fight, because it costs money to fight in court, I had to use a little money I done saved up to make sure this go away. If I got people up here and a fight happens, y'all not gonna pay for shit. So when you see me in the streets and you act like something wrong with me because I don't have you up here at this show, it ain't because it's something personal. It's because until I get security, until I get the right type of insurance, I can't have motherfuckers running in and out this motherfucking door.
Gotta be selective. Yeah.
So all you motherfuckers who act like Corey, oh, you Hollywood, nigga, trust me, it ain't about nothing the fuck you talk about. So with this brother Rizza right here, I trust Rizza. I trust Rizza will not only be righteous, he will do what is righteous.
Appreciate that.
Which is really hard to do.
Extreme.
The right thing is hard to fucking do.
Extremely.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Everyday struggle.
If somebody tell you, oh, you can sue them motherfuckers, and then you try to sue me, which would be the dumbest shit in the world, motherfucker, because you ain't finna get no money up out of me, motherfucker. But what they could do, they could sue the storage.
That's true. Yeah.
You could sue the storage if you get in a fight up here and get stomped the fuck out. Then, on top of that, the storage can still try to sue me. So that's another lawsuit I got. It's a big ass mess. When I get the paperwork ready for you to sign, when you walk in the door, and have the right security up here, I'm gonna start letting you nothing niggas come up here. I ain't talking about, these ain't even celebrities. These is just niggas from the street who feel like they supposed to be up here. I'm like, you don't even do comedy. No, nigga, I'm funny, nigga. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? But it be dead ass serious. They be mad at me because I won't do what they say. So I'm hoping this will, I took the time to explain this because I want motherfuckers to have some type of understanding so you can stop running up on me, because I'm tired of motherfuckers running up on me. I can only be patient for so long.
That's true.
I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of my face, motherfucker, die. That's all I know when you get on my motherfucking nerve. But my man,
We got you, brother.
my man Rizza is up here to address something that I know really needs to be addressed. And I'm saying, I'm gonna just turn it over to him because I'm sure he know how to go right into it. But yo, I told y'all since I started doing this shit, Hollywood is a community. And if you want to stay in the community, you have to do their sacrificial rituals. And some of their rituals is setting your kids out to the game. This is part of their wicked shit. And there's a man, in my opinion, who's setting his child out in a cowardly way, because I believe he has the same issues that his child has. It's just he won't step up and say he this way. Rizza?
Dwayne Wade is who the brother is referring to. And let's make this very clear. It's not just Dwayne Wade, Magic Johnson with his son. You have Alicia Keys with her son. And now Dwayne Wade with his son. This is something everybody needs to understand. You're dealing with the world depopulation agenda because the Caucasian gene is dwindling according to their own scientists, their own scholars, their own numbers. The United States Census Bureau, which is not a black-owned organization, is a white-owned organization, had stated that by the year 2042, America will be a majority brown country. And because of that, they are looking at drastic measures by which to protect, prolong their procreation, protect, prolong, or perpetuate their existence. They are looking at an inevitable extinction as a people. They see the more black people are having babies, white women at the same time are not able to carry babies all the way to term, which is 9.5 months. So about 70 to 75% of the abortion clinics are in black communities, while 75 to 80% of the fertility clinics are in Caucasian white neighborhoods or upscale neighborhoods. See, they're trying to survive. That's the point that we're looking at here. So they're looking at different strategies. So AIDS didn't wipe us out fast enough. Police brutality didn't wipe us out fast enough. Now they're looking at, okay, how can we get it to where black folks will turn on themselves. Okay, good. Black on black crime. Good. Let's give them the guns, the drugs, and keep it going. Okay, that's still not working fast enough. They still have more children. Well, damn it, what else can we do? Okay, well, as Dr. Frances Cress Welsing stated in her book, The ISIS Papers, she talks about that the system of racism, white supremacy, in order for it to exist, it must have black people to turn in on one another, meaning involve themselves in homosexuality. Okay, Dr. Henry Kissinger in 1974, the same Dr. Henry Kissinger, who was the one who authored the National Security Study Memorandum 200 when he was under President Richard Nixon and also President Gerald Ford, stated, quote, depopulation should be the highest priority of United States foreign policy towards the third world, but it is also happening here domestically, end quote. What he stated in that National Security Study Memorandum is that not only should depopulation be the highest priority, but they also talk about using food as a weapon. They talk about strategically using homosexuality as an advantageous strategy to lessen the numbers of black and brown people. So what do? You get the celebrities to endorse it. But you can't just get all of them to endorse it overall because they're not going to do it that way. So you also have to chemically induce it. So now you have something called bisphenol A, which is a synthetic form of estrogen, which is in a lot of canned foods. This is another reason why Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to eat out of cans. Because in the coating, the epoxy coating in those cans, there's a synthetic form of estrogen, a whole lot of canned foods. Then there's also in the plastics. Then you also have soy in so many things, from the cookies to the pies to the cakes to a lot of breads. So they're using these ways to actually physically induce and create homosexuality.
The fluoride is in the water. I know somebody who will not submerge themselves in a tub because they don't want to sit in the water. In fact, when they wash up, they do their little scrub thing with the stuff they created, and they just rinse off a little bit. And this is fucking up a whole bunch of relationships because there's people who stank to stay healthy. And I'm just saying, this is fluoride in the water, right?
No, you're right.
I'm saying, this is real talk.
A lot of people, and not only is fluoride in there, there's a certain percentage in certain water supplies called atrazine. It is a chemical. Professor Tyrone B. Hayes, who is a biologist at the University of Berkeley right here in California, he's the black man who was studying frogs. And he was studying what this chemical atrazine, which is heavily present in the water, how it was affecting frogs. And it was turning male frogs into females.
I follow him. Yeah.
Okay, so this is, and atrazine is also happens to be a chemical in the medical marijuana that some of y'all be smoking. Next point. So we need to understand that what's going on with this government is when you see Dwayne Wade and his son all of a sudden saying, well, you know what, I don't feel like I'm a boy, I feel like I'm a girl. Number one, your child will duplicate what you put around them. So whatever environment you set them in, that's what they're going to, connect with, build with, etc. They only know what you put around them. So he can't just say, "Oh, my son feels this way." Okay, well, why does your son feel this way? Did you give him Similac? Did you give him baby formula?
Do you believe that people are born gay?
Okay, now that's where I was going with it. When you have that baby formula, as an example, which has a high level of estrogen in it, when you do that, you put it in a child's body, you are changing their DNA. So they feel effeminate because of chemistry now. Chemical warfare, biological warfare, not by nature, but by a manipulation of your genetics. So now a lot of people are being born gay specifically because the government is making them become born gay by way of their genetic material through
So I'm just making sure you do believe people are born gay.
It is happening now.
Yeah.
Well, they were made gay.
But it's happening now.
So you're saying they were made gay.
They're being made gay.
What do you mean made gay?
They're not born gay. They've been made gay.
They're being made
What?
gay.
A lot of
So
butt
By
sex?
nature, naturally, they're not that way.
All right, put it this way, y'all. You have regular sweet potatoes, and then you pour some sugar in it, it becomes sweet potato pie. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it.
But
you gotta make it something. But it got the ingredients, but you gotta add a little more to make it like that. So they being made gay.
They're being made that way.
Good point, but let me tell you this. I can't wait to hear y'all. I mean, any of y'all can speak in on this.
What you're saying is true, Corey. Both of y'all, yeah.
Whenever I see a gay little boy, the first thing I want to do is see the parents.
That's right. That's right.
Who is your father?
Right.
Cause see, I went to the Holcomb family reunion this summer, and I was looking around, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I felt good that it was all men at that motherfucker. I'm looking around, I don't really see no little gay people. I'm talking about boys walking around here like this in our family. I didn't see that. And it made me feel good. I was like, we come from a strong strand of dick and pussy people.
Oh, Lord.
If that is a thing.
Strong natural.
Right,
Natural
but I'm
family.
saying whenever I see a little boy who is gay, that's the word I'm going to use. I'm telling you, man, when you go back to the parents, you normally see a man, because a lot of guys don't act like they are homosexuals like that, flat out, but you see it in them. And those men never admit, I'm gay too. I fuck with dudes too. I like women too, but I'm gay too. Normally when somebody is gay, it's a gay parent involved. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
Or
I
there's
see.
just not a man in the household, and there's a lot of aunts, and all he got is a female.
There are a
figure,
number of
so-
factors.
I don't think it's the female figures that turn somebody gay. I think you born that way, and it's a reason you born that way. And if you follow the parents for a week, you'll be like, aha!
Okay, so then what do people do if you have that aha moment? What do you suggest? So here we are talking about all these that exist out there. What do they do next? Do you think he should do what? Should he hate his son? So should
no.
he force him
Now,
to
see,
do
and
what
that's
is
where-
the answer?
and
That's
that's
a
where people
crazy
go.
thing.
What did you come up with hate?
No, right. But,
No.
but see,
What do you
that's
mean?
where
No,
people
because
go.
you've seen people do that.
That's where
You've heard of
people go.
people throwing him out. You've heard of them beating
where
him up.
people
You heard. Wait, how about that one guy who was running not for president? I think he was.
Congress.
There you go.
White
And
man in
he
Virginia.
believed, and he started the whole movement of shock treatment to try and change him. In other words, what do you
Good
think
dude.
about the whole
Go
thing?
keep that point, Rizza.
Oh, my
keep that
Lord.
point. I know you got to go there. I'm just trying to bring a
But-
little comedy to the show. If your son, because you ain't going to host the Oscars, so you can answer honestly. If your son was gay, would it be hard for you to accept him?
No, it wouldn't. But I would try to be a influence to him and kind of like guide him in a different direction
right,
if
good
I
job.
see him going the wrong way.
That's
know.
right.
But I wouldn't.
You wouldn't throw him out or
Yeah, I
not
wouldn't
accept
throw
him.
him out or
Right.
nothing. You know, like
Thank you, 'cause
but
he's
I
your
wouldn't
son.
allow him to act a certain way. I would hold
I hope
line
nobody
and
asks
stand-
me. Make your point,
We
Rizza.
already know
If
what
you
he
want me to
thinks.
answer, I will after this.
This is where the government
Don't.
wins. They use emotion and manipulate people's emotion over logic. So they will make you go straight to, well, is he supposed to hate his son? Hold on, wait. First of all, stop. 90% of y'all don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know what this government is doing. So you are falling into this emotionalism rather than looking at logic. The number one thing a person should do or a parent should do is look at themselves and ask, what did I do or what did I not do? That's as you were saying. What did I do or not do? Number one, most celebrities do not know anything about foreign policy nor domestic policy of the United States government. Most celebrities know nothing about the world depopulation agenda. Most celebrities know nothing about these chemicals. They don't know anything about what's going on with this government and their agenda. They have no clue. They are highly ignorant. They're bombarded with a bunch of nonsense on a daily basis, and they do not have virtually any intention to do something above the average, regular, everyday nonsense they're doing. So, and just for the ones who do that, so they have to be educated by those of us that do know. That's one. Two, once they become educated, they must take responsibility and be held accountable for what they know. Three, do not hate your child, love your child, educate your child. As a brother said, be the example for your child. Don't just sit there and embrace something that you know nothing about. Like Dwayne Wade, he's just an ignorant brother who needs to be educated so that he can be an example of a man for his
A
child.
lot of people don't know the story of his mother and all like that. You know
True,
what I mean?
true.
A lot of people don't know that.
And that trickles down as well.
Yeah.
You don't know what happened to you as a child. Now you're going to carry that on to you.
Childhood trauma fucks people
It does,
up.
for
They
life, if
almost
they don't
never
address
get
it.
over it.
If they don't address it, yes, it will continue. Yes, or yes, something.
No, I was like, but I'd be mad though. On top of
your
all
son
that
was
shit.
gay.
You'd be upset.
Yeah, I'd be
Sure.
bad. Yeah, they'll get it twisted.
I would
so.
have to get my son checked out to make sure he's my son if he was gay. Because I just wouldn't believe it. I believe my shit so strong, even if the Similac and everything in there, my DNA strand will be like, "Roar," like
Well, see, okay, look.
get this gay shit out of here. We real niggas. Get your gun.
Rude awakening for him.
Well, see, that's now what you were saying just now. Like, for example, you just said your family reunion was masculine brothers, natural men. You're like, man, we got some natural men. Well, wait a minute. What do y'all eat? This is real fundamental. This is basic on how we have to operate now.
Deep
Look at
down
what you're
South
eating.
Alabama niggas. That's what we are.
That's what I'm saying. You have to really look at, okay, what are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you watching? Because, like, for instance, Sesame Street, all of this generation's little toddlers watching Sesame Street are going to grow up into homosexuals if they are put before that television screen.
You watched
Say that
it,
again?
all right?
All this generation's
Big?
toddlers.
You watched it, Corey. You're all right.
Sesame Street.
No.
I
Billy
watched Sesame
Porter?
Street. I always knew Big Bird and Snuffleupagus was a gay
God.
couple.
No, Bert and Ernie was the gay ones. What did they always sleep?
They lived together.
Yeah.
It was a whole bunch of gay characters on Sesame Street.
That's where they get that.
You saw that big trunk Snuffleupagus had?
Oh, stop.
Old Bird, come get this thing.
The point is that that's what they're using now. They're using it. That's why Billy Porter. You saw. You know, Billy Porter's on a new episode of Sesame Street. Billy Porter, the black dude who they keep having to dress on Oscars, a dress on TV, a dress. He did.
Pose. Yeah,
It's insane.
like,
so
yeah.
now he's on a new episode of Sesame Street. Why is a
Sesame
grown?
Street is still on?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Watched by tens of millions of children, not just in America, but all over the world. So why do you have a grown man in a woman's dress being paraded in front of tens of millions of children? What does that do to the mental makeup and framework of a child? What does it do? It confuses them, first of all, because they're at an age that is so influential to where they equate that to being natural. Okay, a man in a dress. So as they grow up, you see these children nowadays, when you ask the average 2 to 4 or 5-year-old, you know, is being gay wrong? And said, they're like, no, it's wonderful. We should all be happy. I want to be a boy or a girl, because they're being manipulated.
If I had a gay son, I would go out of my way to make sure that he is so good with his homework. He is so on point educationally, so that he can get the fuck out of my house as soon as possible.
So
I would have to be like, you want some breakfast? I'll be. Remember that movie? What was
I
it,
don't
Jungle
believe it.
Fever?
Yeah.
When old girl went in the kitchen and she was like, when Gator mom went in the kitchen and wasn't they had the white girl over? She was like,
no.
that's how I'd be if I had a gay child
I
around
don't
me.
believe that, Corey, because I don't know. You're just assuming. You know, I mean, going ahead. Like, it's just there's no
I'm
way
glad I
you
only
can't
have to
fathom.
assume.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I really don't think that.
What if you had a gay child?
What if I did? I don't think I don't know. I wouldn't be. I'd be probably just confused, like you said, and
Wondering where they come from?
well, that too. But I have gay uncles on my mom's side. I mean, I don't deal with that family at all. But I stopped being around them when I was 10, but not because of that, because they were abusive, the whole family.
You got gay uncles.
But no,
That's
my
good.
mom had
They
some,
could babysit.
my mom very funny. They were actually the kindest two people in my mom's entire family, which is interesting. They were actually the nicest of the entire family. Out of like
because
40
they want to
people.
get close.
That's ridiculous.
Well, see,
Mean gay guys
No, they
are
were
put in
very
exile.
Well, I see, and here's the
I
overall
think-
point after all this, because the people
You
go
get
straight
it
to
after
the
this.
emotional side of it
Yeah.
rather than looking at the logical side. If we continue to be gay and perpetuate this insanity of being homosexual, turning in one man, one woman, etc., overall, us against one another or on one another, we will not have an existing human reality in the future. That's the point. I don't care about your emotions with this. My emotions are irrelevant. My feelings are irrelevant. It is the fact of us living as a human existence. You do not see white men being paraded all over the internet in dresses. You do not see white men or white women or white couples parading themselves and their children, encouraging them to be gay, encouraging this, etc. Not the way black Twitter and black Instagram is doing it. They're not parading it as much. It happens, of course, all the time. But they don't parade it and promote it as much, because that's a part of their behavior. That's a part of their culture. Homosexuality, that's part of it.
Some of us said if my son was gay, his name would be Glory Holcomb.
Oh, stupid.
It's just interesting, man.
Yeah,
It's
no,
interesting.
it is.
But
It is. It's-
that's what we have to look at is, what is the overall agenda, the intent? Is it just happening by nature, or is there someone behind it and creating this condition and environment to perpetuate and to move it forward? What's really going on? People have to really look at it. The LGBT community, for the vast majority, you're being used. This government hates you. Every single one of you, whether if you black, white, in between, they hate you. And that's why they laugh when you do things with one another, because that guarantees their survival and your eventual demise. They don't want you to procreate. They don't want you to have no damn children. They want you to, that's right, woman and woman, man and man, good job. Because you will eventually die and you will leave nothing for your bloodline, because your bloodline will cease to
Right,
exist.
'cause they're just adopting.
This is a
You're right.
higher level of strategy that has nothing to do with emotion. This has to do with a group of people who want to maintain power, control, and dominance, but they are on their way out. That's why David Rockefeller had 6 heart transplants. One of the international bankers, he was trying to hold on, but God is like, nah, you out of here. See, they don't want to lose control. They don't. So they are trying to figure out as many ways as possible to get rid of the people and have the people get rid of themselves if they can do it. That's what this is about. So it's not about hating your child. It's about educating your child, loving your child, putting the right nutrients in their body, being the best example for them, and telling them that that behavior is not going to help us. But if that's how you are, let me be the best example if this happens. Let me be the best example for you, educate you, tell you about what's going on in the world, let you see what it does, etc., etc. Educate them. Education is not evil. Start telling your children the truth and tell the people the truth and stop following this system, because the vast majority of black celebrities don't know anything about it. They're just falling into it because they are afraid of being blackballed for telling the damn truth. Most of them don't even agree with it, but they just fall into it because they don't want to be attacked by everybody. You got to stop being afraid of speaking the truth.
Absolutely right. Next week, this week coming up, Friday, we got a show in Chicago. It's NBA All-Star Weekend. It's a show with me and a couple other guys. And I'm really worried because if D-Wade walk up to me and be like, hey, Corey, how you doing? The first thing I'm going to say is I'm in a serious relationship with somebody.
Oh, Lord.
I try to make light out of the dark.
Yeah.
That's deep, though,
It
brother.
is.
Real talk, man.
Rizza, it's necessary, this stuff you say. And also it's necessary with advice you give brothers. Let me tell you, it's a lot of brothers who stuck and don't know what to do. Like my brother Cleatis right here.
Watch it.
No, I'm saying Cleatis was in a situation where I think he would need to hear some advice from you with what to do next. You want to tell him what happened to you, Cleatis?
Uh-oh. Well,
No, you got to put him on the spot on camera. No, he good.
Nah, I won't tell him, man.
You gonna tell him?
Yeah, but
Cleatis ain't shy. This is some shit that most brothers won't know what to do if it happened to him.
what happened?
Okay.
Abbreviated, but give him the business, Cleatis.
Man, look. Memphis is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, something about the city. But the women you pick, you got to be very careful.
Bitches. Go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
So, you know, that's why when he asked me,
Yeah.
you know, have I ever called it, you know, I just got through laying them out a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So,
But
yeah.
what happened to you? It's some scandalous shit happened to him, man, and he needs to air it out and hope that somebody can give him the best advice. Go ahead, Cleatis. I can't say Cleatis regular.
Cleatis Allen Jr.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you. So it was this girl. I'm going to put her out there. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got to say a name if you don't want to, but if you do, fuck the Scallywag.
No, you know what? It was I had so many mixed emotions before I even came out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, he's
that's why I'm
scared to
glad
talk
you're
on it,
here.
everybody. He's scared. That's what's wrong.
Let
I'm not
him-
scared to talk, but I'm
let
just
him
saying.
Oh, no, if it-
When
it's
you
not,
think
know,
about
it's
what you
not
want to
appropriate,
say
don't
about somebody, sometimes it's about how you react to it.
When
know
you
what I mean?
sugarcoat it, it ain't going to come out right. Put the shit out there, boy.
All right, so I was dating this chick, right? I was dating her. She was fine. You know what I'm saying? You know how men, we have some fucked up decisions that we make. I'm going to be honest. You know, like when you come to women, you think you're picking the right one. You know what I'm saying? You leave something that you shouldn't have left because you thought something was going to be better.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But you find out the hard way, and you know the shit too good to be true. I thought, like, real fine women, if they buy themselves, it's usually for a reason, fellas.
Oh, Lord, here you go.
That's what I done learned.
That-
you know what I'm
if
saying?
that
Like,
makes you feel better, go
No,
ahead.
it's something, because if they wasn't, they'd be picked up by this. Somebody been to married. If they older and fine as hell and they by themselves, it's usually, not always, I'm not going to say always, but 9 times out of 10. It's a reason. They crazy or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I was with this girl. She was fine for 7 months. She act normal, right? And then, you know how you think they drinking, but they ain't drinking, and then they start drinking more, and you be like, oh, shit, this might be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so she started wilding out, and that was my first sign. I left. And I went back to my ex as fast as I had, because sometimes a real bad woman will make you realize what a real good woman is. You know what I mean? So I go back, and you know, I guess I get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Going between the two. Damn, Corey, I'm trying to get this shit out, man.
Let him concentrate.
Brother's bearing the soul, Corey. Let him bear his soul, brother.
Man, fuck it, I just get to the store. Man, this girl stole $3,000 from me, man.
The one that was drinking?
Yeah, the one that was. You know what I was.
But wait,
messing
you said
with.
you left her, so you went back.
Yeah, I no, but you know what I'm saying. She kind of just got back. Some people just
Somebody
don't let
said
you go.
give him a DUI test. Go ahead, Cleatis.
Yeah, you know, she stole my money, man.
Where?
And you know, you want it when somebody steals some money. like that. She stole my money. She did petty shit like steal all the cords out the back of all my appliances and shit. She stole my fire sticks. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I can't watch cable, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And she stole a diamond ring I was going to give my real girlfriend that I was going to go back to.
See? That's a good one, even though...
Yeah, but like that. So now I don't know what to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying like this girl stole this shit out your house, right?
Yeah.
What, she stole it while you was asleep?
No, I was going to the casino with my boy.
You left her there.
You left for... Excuse me.
No.
You left for Scallywag in your house.
So y'all like into this Memphis, she broke in my shit. I was gone. Nobody was at the house.
She broke in your house.
My uncle, he saw her leaving my house.
Oh, wow.
At 4 in the morning.
And
I came back and my stuff was gone. Who else gonna steal cords and shit out the back of your appliance but the girl that you
sure wasn't your uncle?
Hell no, my uncle ain't in my house.
He's the one who said he
that.
saw her leaving.
So the girl broke into your house, stole your stuff, and have you seen her since then?
No. She said, look, she was fucking with me, Corey.
You might have got catfish. Do you know where she
I
lives
wasn't
now?
going. No, I know. I've been knowing her for 7 years.
Sometimes when you start the car and it's this time of year, don't start right up. Let me ask him again. Have you laid eyes on her since this happened?
Since she stole the money? Hell no.
Oh, no? For real?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
She lied. She said she was going to bring it by Wednesday. That's why they make the show last week. I was gonna be on the show last week, but I was waiting on my money to come. You lying mother, beautiful woman. See, that shit don't come out right. You gotta say bitch.
You know what?
Somebody steal $3,000.
Oh, somebody steal some money from me, goddammit. Ain't no hesitation. It ain't no righteousness. It ain't nothing. This funky bitch.
Yeah.
This dog. Fuck bitch. Let's go straight to it. This dog heifer.
This thieving broad.
Man, sometimes you need a word that really describe what you looking for. Everybody know what bitch is.
But you've had this is why I wanted Rizza to give you some advice. You've had conversations with her since she took it because you're hoping she'll bring it back.
Well, see, now we're gonna get into the juicy part of the story, right?
So
like now that it's all out, so I got so mad by day 3, she didn't bring my money back. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna call the police on this bitch.
Of course, yeah, no, she's.
You know what I mean? Like, and so, but I knew I ain't had no evidence, hard rock. So I had to talk and be nice to this girl that had stole my damn money
or text.
to get her to tell me sorry for stealing my damn money. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how much willpower you got to have to talk nice to somebody that robbed your ass? You know what I'm saying? Just to get them to say some shit. And then she fucking with me. I think she know I'm recording her or something.
Is this material or is this a real story?
No, this is a real story. Ain't no damn material.
Wow.
No, Rizza,
Wow.
your natural response ain't the natural response of everybody. That's why I'm saying you might want to give him some advice on what he should do now because he think he's supposed to work with her.
No, sir.
What would you
Let
do?
that one go right it off.
In this situation where you wasn't there,
sir.
but you know
Do you have any sisters or any female associates who can help you with this first off?
Yes,
because
I do. Yes,
what you were
I
just
do.
saying now is going towards a legal area where you're trying to get her to say it, admit it on text so you can print it out and have that as evidence. Boom. Okay. Here's a danger. Okay, number one. Just because she's beautiful on the outside, as you were saying, doesn't mean she's beautiful on the inside. Same thing with us. We may be handsome, clean up on the outside. We may be some terrible Negroes on the inside. Okay, very true. Both sides.
Handsome like the devil.
Absolutely. So on both ends. However, when a person shows you who they are, as Maya Angelou said, believe them. If she showed you, as clearly said after a while, you said I think 6-7 months, which we don't know a person after 7 months, but we may think we do. We all made that mistake. I know I've made the same mistake to a degree. And I was stolen from too. People, they stole money from me as well years ago. But same situation. Number one.
Before the suits?
Still had suits on, brother.
Oh, shit.
But this was years before. This is about a good 6 years ago. But my point is, I've been in that situation. Number one, you need to have someone to do intervention, meaning have a woman or women to help you with this. Because now you're talking about $3,000 plus a ring, which that's another probably another $1,000 plus. Okay, however much that is.
Let me look at this chain. Ring about $300-$400.
You need to really get the women involved, and I'm only saying that because when someone does things like that, they will manipulate. You know, she's a woman and she's pretty, so she can manipulate things far better than you ever could. So you call the police because of something legitimate. It turns out she'll flip it, make it seem as though you did something. This happens, and ladies, please don't act as though it doesn't happen. But it does happen.
I'd stay away.
Brothers manipulate things to try to benefit ourselves if we doing some shady stuff, and so do women. So in a situation like that, make sure you have women who can help you. And I mean help. I'm not saying go beat her up. I'm saying really help. Okay, because that way legally you will be out of that to a degree. And also number two, you don't want to get your emotions all tied into, because I'm hearing you, and what I'm hearing is you don't want to. You're being soft about it. Okay, you're being, which is not a bad thing, but after a certain point, you really want to go ahead, and it's business now. Okay, you got to get that handled. $3,000+ that's a lot of money. So you just got to get that handled, and you have her number. Good. Set up a time, meet with her, like you said. You were supposed to meet with her last week. Set up a time, really meet with her, find out where you're gonna be at. Boom, boom, make it happen. Boom. Have somebody there to record video and audio. You want to have as many alibis, everything collectively together, and make sure you get your money and everything can move forward from there. And I recommend not speaking to that person anymore.
Yeah.
But you really gotta, you gotta be a man, brother, and handle it as intelligent as possible. But do not allow a person to manipulate you and abuse you like that. Just because she's pretty on the outside, please don't do that. I've done that twice in my life, maybe 3 times in my life, years ago, where I've allowed somebody to manipulate me because I'm a decent, kind brother. But that don't mean you get to manipulate a person. So don't let that happen to you no more, brother.
There you go.
Well, go ahead.
I didn't see it coming though.
Right, of course you didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
But
The bitches you fuck with, you don't know they ain't shit.
Yeah, it come out slowly.
Right.
And being a man doesn't mean you have to put your hands on it. Hence why you need to have 2 females with you to help to dialogue and handle it properly. Because if it does get physical, you would not be the one. Yeah, you don't want to be involved in that, because you will.
Girls who do me like that, I used to have this girl. She had. I told the story before. It's the truth. It was this girl I knew that I had. She had chlamydia. I called her my host. And whenever a girl do me wrong, I would just go sleep with her, then go sleep with the girl.
Oh my
and
Lord!
I get fixed, and normally right when I'm on my last pill, they be like, "Is something wrong with you?" I be like, "Bitch, ain't nothing wrong with me."
So don't take his advice. But anyway,
It's just chlamydia. You can heal up from chlamydia easy.
But no, I believe the when you took her back, she already knew what kind of guy you were. Because if she acted like that and you actually brought her back into your life, it was kind of like open.
You told her to manipulate you.
Is that what I did?
When you came back,
You did.
told her
That's
to.
what I did.
Yeah.
But you didn't know, Cleatis. That's
You
why
didn't
I
know.
wanted somebody else to tell you. You didn't know that you've been violated in a way that is not a joking matter.
And sometimes things just aren't worth anything. $3,000, I'd let chalk it up as a loss.
It was an expensive lesson.
Yep,
Definitely.
that's it.
It's
I've had
expensive
my
lesson,
experience.
huh?
And walk away, because then
But
that'd
tell
really
me
actually
this.
be flying.
Why we don't look out for each other as fellas, man?
What you mean?
Somebody dated her crazy ass before I did. You know what I'm saying?
This is why you need to
do-
get the Carfax.
That's why I'm
There
here.
you
I'm
go.
here ready to get the
There
word
you go.
out.
This
Did you hear what he said? You got to get the Carfax on her.
Like,
That's right, yeah, but
that
the thing is, you
pedigree.
normally don't
That
get
pussy got a blown head gasket.
you don't get the true Carfax. You don't get the true Carfax until after the damage been done.
You get the true Carfax after the
My mother
damage.
You
come
have
out and
to
be like,
ask
yeah, I
more
knew she was
questions
crazy,
up
nigga.
front.
She used to be a stripper for 3 years. It was like, goddamn, yeah, she robbed my partner. It was like, where were all you people that knew all this bullshit
Well,
about
now
You knew she was a stripper?
No, I didn't know none of this shit. You found all this shit after some bullshit happened.
you got mesmerized by her beauty, and you didn't want to question too much because you thought questioning her would make you lose her.
She was
I understand
alright.
that.
See?
I'm just saying, do not get mesmerized by the outward beauty. And if you question them and that makes them get irritated, then they got some stuff they're hiding
There
that
you
they
go.
don't want you to know about, and you need to back off.
Say that one more time, please.
If you question anybody, male or female, and they get irritated just by you questioning because you really want to make sure this is decent, okay, cool, we got a relationship, okay, good. If they get irritated, then they have something they're hiding that they do not want you to know about, and you need to absolutely take that red flag and back all the way off. You need to. I've experienced that myself too. I didn't want to lose the person, but then again, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I need to stick to my integrity more than selling myself out because you look pretty on the outside. No,
Yeah.
it's not worth it, brother.
Yeah,
There you go.
You're right. It's an expensive lesson.
I learned
Let
mine
it go.
too.
You will learn, Cleatis.
I already learned, Corey.
Too late.
That's what's up.
Day late, dollar short. I know.
This is the part of the show that
Oh,
slows everything down. No, I'm just playing.
you didn't even give me a
This is a part of the show that is
have to switch
well
glasses.
prepared by a person who needs their glasses to figure it out. You just switch their glasses
No,
off.
because I'm missing my black ones that have the try, so I have to switch it.
This is D's loose talk about bullshit.
All right, here we go.
Give it to us, D.
All
What
right.
you got?
Well, as we all know, Valentine's is this weekend, Friday, February 14th. I know, it's crazy. Well, I'm just bringing this up because of the reason. Anyway, and one gift suggestion, but it won't be out yet. I'm just making light of this whole thing. So that you'll have to hold out on, and that's the much talked about personal fragrance line that Erykah Badu is working on. She mentioned it recently. Yeah, she's been mentioning it. She's been promoting it recently on all these interviews. But again, keep in mind, it's not a body spray or a perfume. It's an incense line, so it's going to be incense for your room. The reason why it's getting so much attention, of course, is because the line will release fragrances named after her songs, and the first one will be named Badu, Pussy. And that scent will resemble the smell of her vagina. She said
vaginosis. Go ahead.
She said she's been experimenting with this fragrance for a long time, trying to come up with the right thing. She said, I think that people deserve it. When you walk in a room and have this kind of aroma, it makes everything in the world right. She's saying that it's a much fresher, more inventive way to connect with fans. She also added that there's an urban legend that my pussy changes men. She said the men that I fall in love with and that fall in love with me, they change jobs and lives. She also said, I took lots of pairs of my panties, I cut them up into little pieces and burned them, that even some of the ashes is part of the scent.
Do you fuck with heterosexual men? That's what I would ask them.
The Badu Essence incense will be available on her new online store called the Badu World Market February 20th.
Fishy.
So if you follow on Instagram, they'll let you know, because I went on the website just to see. Now, here we go, though. What's interesting is this is nothing new, but people are like, oh, they're acting all shocked. But Gwyneth Paltrow actually did it and sold well with her Goop line, right? And hers was a candle.
What is it called?
Her whole entire line is called
Goop line.
Goop. No, it's Goop, Goop. And it's huge. She makes millions, the actress. But hers was a candle, and she did it years ago.
Wow.
So Badu gonna spray her coochie juice on everybody.
No, it's an incense, so it's smoke.
What that brings to mind is the gay bomb invented by the United States Department of Defense, 1994.
Here we go. So don't inhale that. What's it going to do to
1994, the United States Department of Defense created something called, or they said theoretically something that they are thinking of creating is a gay bomb by which they would use it to drop, using the Air Force, onto enemy combatants, or if they were going to war, they would drop this bomb when they were fighting in war to release female or estrogen-like pheromones to turn the men homosexual on one another in the heat of war.
Shoot that bitch.
Stop. I can't.
Releasing pheromones.
It's so crazy.
Just thought about that.
Yeah, that's so crazy. So
Fuck,
I don't know how that's
also
going
called
to
the
do.
All the
halitosis bomb.
gunfire get gay.
That tank ain't scaring shit over here.
It's crazy, man.
I know,
What the
right?
fuck is motherfuckers doing? It's the end of the world. Would you ever buy some Erykah Badu?
Nah, I'm okay, brother.
You good?
Incense?
Yeah, I'm definitely all
I was
right.
thinking-
I know you would buy it. You would pay $3,000 for the motherfucker.
I'm cool.
I was going to order some. No, Corey, I was going to order some for the studio just to see what people think.
You heard D say she gonna order something. Do you know that would be an
I was going to order
invasion
some
of
for
my
the
nose
studio, and I was
privacy?
like, I wonder what the but I already spoke about it, so no, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, don't do that without telling nobody, D. I don't want to smell no.
She's about to sell a lot of that, though.
Yeah,
See?
because the
See?
public is thirsty.
They've been building that up all over the place.
All
She's
over
about
the place,
to
yeah,
build-
she's-
people
she's
just
really
for the
promoting it.
curiosity, people. She's gonna make millions off.
Yeah, yeah. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
What does a gay Uzi sound like?
He's so silly. I cannot with you.
What about a gay 9mm?
I cannot. No, yours is too hard. His is less. All right, one more thing.
A gay shotgun. No. Gay shotgun sound like this. Ooh.
I cannot. Gosh darn it. Stop it. All right.
Oh.
Here we go. All right, next. So as you know, the Grammys just passed a couple weeks ago, and at the official pre-Grammys party, while receiving the Icon Award, Diddy gave a very deep speech saying, We are passionate as artists. For most of us, this is all we got. This is our only hope. Truth be told, hip-hop has never been respected by the Grammys. Black music has never been respected by the Grammys. And then he said that he's officially starting the clock, like threatening the Grammys, saying that y'all, the Recording Academy, has 365 days to get this shit together. We need the artists to take back the control. We need transparency. We need diversity. This is the room. Now, he's talking to all these people in the room. I included a lot of heavyweights. This is the room that has the power to make a change. We have the power. We decide what's hot. And if we don't go to the wars, nobody goes. If we don't support something, nobody supports it. We control what's cool, our people. Now at the party, get this, in the audience, giving him a standing ovation. After the speech was Jay-Z, Swiss Beats, Mace, and many others. But on January 31st, Mace, a.k.a. Mace and Betha, had a very public reaction to that speech, calling out Diddy. And asking, and he actually tagged him because he did a whole, I mean, it's lengthy, so I'm just paraphrasing here.
What's old boy name? Is Diddy and who else?
Where? Mace?
Diddy and Mace. They remind me of Gail and
Oprah. Oh
Oprah.
my God, here we go.
It's the same thing, a gay couple. Go ahead.
So anyway, so Mace, again, had a very public reaction to the speech, and he posted, and it's so lengthy, but like I said, I cut it down, and I'm very paraphrasing, but he put a really long Instagram message if you ever want to read the entire thing. And he said he called out Diddy, asking for a different kind of action. On his Instagram, Mace accused Diddy of unfair business practices. He even tagged Diddy saying, I heard your Grammy speech about how you were now for the artist and about how the artist must take back control. So I will be the first to take that initiative. Also, before we ask of other ethnicities to do us right, we should do us right as black people. He urged Diddy to walk it like he's talking it, saying that his past business practices knowingly has continued purposely starving your artists and has been extremely unfair to the very same artists that helped you obtain that very icon award. To add insult, he told him, you keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free, so I offered you $2 million cash just a few weeks ago and to sell me back my publishing. Now, he's putting this out in public. Nobody knew all this, and it's awful. I mean, he's really putting out.
I'm not even in the music industry, but I know everybody who was an artist of Puffy got robbed.
So let me finish this. So he said, he goes, I offered you $2 million cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing. Your response was, now this is what he put out there, if I can match what the European guy, nobody said who he is, European guy offered you, that would be the only way I can get back or my publishing, or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old and it'll revert back to me from when I was 19, and that's when he signed with Puffy. This is not black excellence at all when your own race is enslaving. No more hiding behind love. Give the artists back their money so they can take care of their families. No response from Puffy
Biggie's publishing. He owned Biggie's publishing, and I don't know, this is hearsay, but a friend of mine told me he was in the room when Biggie didn't know what he was doing, and Puffy sold him the motherfucker. I mean,
there's
Biggie,
a lot of people
Biggie
that
didn't
come
know
out,
what he was signing. He got it for less than 20 grand.
That's what he said. He
Can
got
you imagine
20 grand
how much
right on
money
the
he made for something that he paid less than 20 grand for?
Obviously, he gets more because he's not letting him go. He said no, he's not going to give. Apparently, I mean, this is.
And I know this dude is telling the truth because he's gay, and he's in their world. He's in the entertainment world. He's deep in the entertainment world. He's one of the guys that put me up on. Man, this is a gay industry. If you ain't gay, I bet you be on the outside looking in. He wasn't saying that to be mean to me. He was telling me straight up. He was like, this is our game. That's how I know this about. I don't believe he was lying when he said, he owns Biggie.
Well, so now, of course, as you know, when things like that happen, you start getting other people coming out, most in support, of course, with Puffy, but a lot of other people backing him, and a lot of other people in support of Mace, especially groups. Like there's a lot of other guys from the group, like 112, things like that. Some of them are coming out and actually saying, hey, I agree with Mace, what Mace is doing.
This is going to be a horrific domino effect.
Oof.
This is about to be bad. Because I didn't hear, I heard about that, but I didn't read into it.
It's pretty lengthy if you look at his.
I need to see it. I was out of town working in the community on some things, but that every black person who's an artist, who is over a label, who works for a label, etc., who has a certain level of influence, who's a millionaire, etc., you're going to have to break your deal with Satan. You're going to have to. We're at that point. And I'm just saying that respectfully to any one of you. You can't be for your people and also be for the devil Also, it's not gonna work like that. Because as Mace did, that was big for him to come out and say
Very
specifically
bold.
what he just said.
Oh, and there's more
That's
specifics.
A big,
yeah,
well, I'm already knowing, and he's not the only one. But it's that time. You really got to stand on integrity now. You got to stand up to this system and be willing to die to free your people for real. We can't just say it with our words. It really has to be a reality, brother. Like it's, man. There's a lot of facts I know about so many different things, but what you just said right there.
I'm so glad Mace did that. Do you realize
Man.
if his church would have worked out, he wouldn't even be tripping off that shit? Evil is good. That's what I think.
Forgot he did become a
I
pastor.
did. Yeah, he did. He was.
He went out there to hustle the motherfucker in Atlanta, but the money was too slow. He was like, fuck it, I'm going to get back in the game.
It's hard for
Yeah.
them. It's hard for them. Once they make that deal, you got to be willing to die.
Yeah, he was
That's what it's
young.
about.
19 was when he signed that. 19.
It's that
And
time.
and people were questioning him of, oh, look, you were just there, you perform. I have to. He says, I have to. That's where I'm getting my money now. So he was saying, because people are already making nasty comments, like, oh, well, you were just there at that award and you perform. He goes, that's the only place I can get little, some chips. That's it. Have to, So we'll see what happens with all this, but it's
If
getting.
they all agreed to come out and break that deal that they signed with this enemy can't take them all out. He can't, because then it will be extremely obvious. But he can't. He can't. So they'll all have to come in. There's no telling that they're not doing that now. I don't know if they're coming together to plan to do that, to make a mass exodus from this system. I don't know. But what I'm saying is they have to. This is not working no more. The system is coming down. People know, they see it. It's over now.
And it's one of the oldest tricks in the book. I mean,
Yeah.
you see what happened with TLC and, with
What happened with TLC, D?
with Pebbles, how they, I don't know the details because I didn't see the documentary.
Pebbles got their ass real
right,
good.
but I
didn't
know
they?
hearsay, yeah.
What
that
about your friends, bitch?
So,
I mean, I'm sorry, Scallywag?
It's crazy. No,
Hey, Babyface, them, they put that whipping pill.
And even Def Jam, I think, too, right? Don't they have a bad reputation for
All
signing?
record companies rob lanes. Do you know a stand-up record company? The only person I know who ever gave people the budget was Tiffany Haddish, who was on here last week.
Yeah.
They gave her a lump of money
She did
to
not
do
have
a
to
show,
You're right.
and she could have gave them women nickels and they'd have did it.
Just for the appearance, right? You're right.
She chopped up the budget with them. Who does that?
That's true.
Nobody does that.
It's how it's supposed to be done.
Don't nobody do that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you
very
really
rare.
trying to make something happen, do some shit that motherfuckers can hold up in the air. I love holding up shit like that in the air. That's real shit. Remember on that movie Harlem Nights when Red Fox was talking? He was talking about all them black people riding off in the sunset. Sugar, I love shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I love real shit.
Just winning.
Right.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Anyway.
You got more?
Yeah, but it's silly.
It's
We can
whack?
go- it's kind of.
What is it? I wanna hear it now.
It's kind of gross, but anyway,
It's
no.
gross. Let's hear it.
Well, it has to do with the holiday that's coming up.
Valentine's Day. This is about to be the most disappointing day for scallywags in
It's funny as
America.
heck. No, this is kind of funny because I'm thinking it just goes to show you that how crazy some people are. That just like speaking.
Can I dedicate this to 85% of the scallywags in the hood?
Yes.
I want
'cause
you to
this is-
just know this. You are not alone.
He's not there with you.
You gonna be lonely, bitch. Go ahead.
No, I just found it interesting because it says a lot about what where their mindset is when they're over somebody. Like, it's like, who would go through that? So anyway, some zoos, and I think the two that started it are in Texas. They are actually naming, you can donate some money, you can pay to have those large cockroaches or even a rabbit, and they will name it as your ex and feed it, and you can see it done live. That's how crazy people are. So you can, and they show it on Instagram. You can watch live, and they'll be like, like Corey, and then they'll give the animal the, and then they're like, there goes Corey, and then they name the cockroaches like there goes Corey.
She used you though.
And I thought, how crazy are people out there?
What
I just thought,
songs can we dedicate to the lonely women on Valentine's Day? It don't matter where my baby is.
you
You never leave me without love.
If you think you're lonely now, wait until tomorrow.
It's the lonely Valentine.
That's
Get your lonely Valentine's Day collection.
So I think that's crazy, but it only costs $5 if you're interested.
yeah. If
Just
you're
saying.
interested,
No.
D already paid her $30.
No, I'm going to be too busy. I have dinner dates. It's just fun.
All you girls on Valentine's Day, I want you to prepare. Start getting your mental stuff together now, because that phone that you call will just ring and ring and ring until, when is Valentine's Day?
Friday.
Friday? Oh, yeah. That phone that you're calling, he will answer it sometime Saturday. Sometime Saturday, maybe about 8 o'clock at night. He gonna be like, hello? That's the when you know the bullshit coming. Hello? He ain't gonna be like, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? He gonna be like, hello? Because he already know it's coming.
That's crazy, yeah.
We're gonna take a pee break. All you lovely ladies of the world. Really? Is that better?
You're doing good.
And the scandalous
Go ahead,
ones.
buddy, go ahead.
You're going to leave the scandalous ones
You're
out?
doing good.
No, ain't no such thing as bitch. That's an imaginary word. All of you beautiful sisters and queens of the world, we shall return right after this pee break.
Good job, Corey. Good job.
You didn't even say piss. You said pee. Good for you.
Like a lot
Urination.
out.
Extraction.
Chef Brody, cook it up.
We are back on. Every week we don't do this, but this week we gonna do this. We have created a beautiful ballad for Valentine's Day, as D said right there. All you fellas out there who drop the beat. Sometimes you try to do better for the one you love, and to make the people on the path of righteousness feel better when they see you talking to your woman in the street. This is dedicated to everybody who wants to come up with a solution to the word that's easy to say. Hit it! Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Bitch, say scallywag.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Say bitch, say scallywag.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Bitch, say scallywag.
You gon' get her. Oh, gon' get her. Verse 1. I got this girl I know from years back. Years back. She do things silly, so I give her a back slap. While I back slap her, I say the word that describes what we do all the time. I say bitch, but she don't like that shit. So I came up with this word, and here it is. Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better. Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Say scallywag.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Say bitch, say scallywag.
Rizza Islam will respect you more if you don't talk to her like a whore. Hit it.
You gotta be a little nice to the girl. Don't call them shit that you ain't want anywhere. You can't say bitch if you really mean it, but you gotta say it so they gotta believe it. It's a word that everybody know. It's right next door to the word hoe. So this is what you wanna do. Say scallywag instead of bitch.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Don't say bitch,
say scallywag, Rizza. Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Bitch, say scallywag.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Say bitch, say scallywag.
Call her a scallywag. Watch that. Drop a fag.
Now this is the reason you can say bitch. If she come in your house and she steal your shit, and she wake up in the morning then flow high grist, this is all the reasons you can call a bitch. Now don't say it if it ain't too serious. These hoes will make you delirious. So just get your shit intact and go on and give a little ass a pat. Don't
That's
say
right.
bitch, say
If she have your child and you told her you ain't gonna be around for a while, call her a bitch if she fuck up. But don't call her a bitch cause y'all car got stuck. Do the right thing, treat the hoe fair, even if the bitch got fake ass hair. Everybody know a bitch is wrong, but this bitch bullshit come real strong. Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag.
Don't say bitch, say scallywag, cause it's better.
Bitch, say scallywag.
Your sweater,
Say scallywag.
get it together.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, this is everybody out there respecting women left and right. That's right, that queen. Yeah,
Right. Don't ever call your hoe a bitch.
I want my money back, man.
You want your money back,
you do.
Scallywag.
Yeah, man. Y'all talking-
Oh my God.
Y'all talking about P. Diddy and everybody losing millions. of
Millions.
dollars. I'm like, I want my 3,000.
You want your 3,000 you worked hard for.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn it, you guys. Anyway. So, yo, we gonna plug what needs to be plugged, which means promote what needs to be promoted. Because today when Rizza walked in, he gave me his book. Once again, the message to the millennials. Rizza, what's up with the book? How they get it? Talk to me.
Oh, yes, absolutely. RizzaIslam.com, RizzaIslam.com. In this book here, we were talking about a lot of topics and subjects already. In this book, I go over the depopulation agenda in chapter 6. And a lot of the stuff we already talked about and touched on is in there, specifically social media, the
Ooh, I
origin
like that
of it.
one.
Oh, yeah, the purpose of it. And you actually went through
I did.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So it's a lot of information you need to check out. This is directly for our generation, but it's indirectly for everybody else, because Congress is also trying to get rid of the freedom of speech, and because of that, they're going, after certain pages on YouTube, certain pages on Instagram, so they're trying to remove information about a lot of stuff that we need to know about. So I decided to put it all in a physical form right here, so that they cannot take it from you. So if you're in college, you're in high school, you're in middle school, get this book. But also, if you are an adult, you need to get this book as well.
I see you got something in here, Law of the Sea and the International Maritime Trade.
Oh, yes, sir. That's talking about the birth certificate and the international maritime laws and the law of the land versus the law of the water. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
And you talk about the straw man, and we
I'm going to check it out, Rizza. I'm going to check it out.
It's
man.
heavy. It looks like it's
good.
a light book. It looks like it's a light book, but it's some heavy
it's
stuff
heavy.
in it.
It's
Yes.
just what's necessary. That's why it's lighter. That's
How do
why.
they get it again?
RizzaIslam.com, RIZZA, last name ISLAM.com. You can go there right now, or you can go to the link in my bio on Instagram, and you see it right there. Make sure you order your book. And again, order for yourself, order for somebody if you believe they need to get this information, this knowledge. If you have children, you definitely want to go ahead and get that for them.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
My man Cleatis is in town kicking it for a few days, and you know what I'm saying? That whole Memphis thing, man. Every time I go to Memphis, we do real good at that club down there.
Yeah,
And I'm just saying, you got something you want to plug that's coming up, or a date, or if your social media, so people know how to get in touch with you again. And help you out with the bitch. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Help you out with the girl who stole the money.
The Scallywag, man.
Scallywag,
We did a whole song on that shit, man.
The definition real quick, Scallywag is a person who behaves badly, but in an amusingly mischievous rather than harmful way, a rascal.
Ooh, a little
She
rascal.
was a scallywag.
Yep. She was a beautiful scallywag.
She was a
Better word for
scallywag.
you,
That's what she was.
There you
Yeah.
go. It is.
go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Progress.
Oh yeah, I got a song out too, man. This song is dope. You can get it on Spotify. Go look it up. Type in Cleatis Allen, Cleatis Jr. And it's called Cash Out the Hoes. And it's a good song.
no.
It's called, it's called Cash Out the Hoes. We could play a little bit of it, but we'll get to that. But yeah, actually it's called Cash Out. But
We
that's
can't
it.
play it because we got to get clearance and all that, but they'll go there.
Yeah,
We want to
go
listen to
go
it. It's called, what is it called again?
It's called Cash App. It's on Spotify.
Oh, my
under
gosh,
Cleatis
that's
Allen
weird.
Jr. Check it out. Y'all gonna
you
like
go.
it. It's dope. It's dope.
Somebody say give you a breathalyzer test during the break. I want to tell y'all something. This weekend I'm working in Chicago. This is so crazy, man, that I don't even remember the name of the theater.
You looking at him? Oh, my God.
I tell you what, that's a Friday night. We're going to do this comedy show. It's all over the internet. Y'all can look that up. But on Saturday, it's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the city. It's All-Star Weekend in Chicago, Illinois. But on Saturday night, from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. at the Hyde Park CSO Multiplex, 1301 East 47th Street. Man, they having a party that I'm gonna be at. Jay Prince is involved. You know what I'm saying? This is the party the homies throwing. Jay Prince, the Mob Ties Family Affair. Saturday, February 15th, NBA All-Star Weekend. Jay Prince presents. I want everybody who in Chicago who just gonna be looking to kick it, because it's gonna be a million parties, but this is the party I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna come check in and check out my peoples over there on Saturday night in Chicago, NBA All-Star Weekend. Book with your boy. It's gonna be a lot of scallywags.
Oh, my Lord.
Mischievous motherfucker. And I'm just saying, how NBA All-Star Weekend, I don't know what the weather going to be in Chicago.
Oh, it's about to be
Friday
bad.
and Saturday night. What's
tomorrow.
the weather going to be in Chicago?
Tomorrow they said it's supposed to snow. Some kind of new storm is coming in, but I don't know.
Really?
I don't know if it'll be gone by the weekend, so I don't know.
Oh, man.
Oh, well.
I ain't going to lie, man. The homie keep hitting me up, man. Nick Cannon. He going to pop by here one day.
One day, yeah.
He going to pop by here one day. I know little brother be busy like that, but it'd be good to have Nick Cannon on here and we talk because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Nick Cannon put me on Wildin' Out. I didn't have to go through that audition process, and he's one of the brothers in this entertainment game that I really appreciate because relationships are everything for somebody like me. I'm not gonna audition and tap dance to do shit. If you fuck with me, what's up? He was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's a beautiful thing.
He's a
when
nice
you ain't gotta
dude. Like, yeah.
go into the audition process. You know what
And
I'm
he's a
saying?
nice guy, too.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He mainly coming up here to CD.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking with you, Nick.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway,
Savior's Day.
Savior's Day. I'll be there.
You'll be
Ain't it crazy? I'm so busy,
The
but
same
that
weekend,
day
yeah.
I got off.
Come on, brother. You already
I
know
will
we
be
got
there
you.
in Detroit.
Detroit,
When is-
23rd.
Detroit, February 23rd,
It's
Savior's
Farrakhan
Day.
speaking. Yes, sir.
I will be there. The minister will speak.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be there in an outfit that makes me stand out.
Well, thanks, Daryl.
Yeah, last year you had that. Was it mink? Was it coat?
That was a mink.
It was mink.
Lord.
Go ahead, big black mink
jeez.
coat.
Oh,
He
my
showed up. The brother,
goodness.
took care of him.
I'm gonna wear a big white one. This so Farrakhan can be like, brother, what are you doing trying to show me up? I just wanted your attention, brother.
And since you're talking about that weekend, the 24th is Kobe and his daughter's memorial at the Staples Center.
That's
What
right.
day is it?
That'll be on the
Saturday.
24th.
I
That's
think
a Sunday, I think. No?
Monday, I believe.
Saturday?
That's a Monday.
It's a Monday. And they did not have it at the Coliseum. They are having it at the Staples Center, but they have a lot of really strict rules, unlike a lot of other events that have been held there for other memorials. They're going to keep all the streets closed, so don't even try to enter there. They're not going to show anything live on the Big Tron. It's going to be on TV. So you can actually watch it from home, but don't try to go downtown and be around there unless you have a ticket. So
they told you to say that about not
do you
being
mean?
downtown unless you got a ticket.
Well, because it's not because that's what it says that's what they put out in the press because they're
They
a lot.
put in the press, don't come downtown unless you got a ticket.
Well, no, because you're not going to be allowed close to the area. Usually, they will show when they have events in there. They show that on the outside of the Big Tron, so people stand on the street on the outside. But they're not going to do that for this
they're
one.
not gonna let
So
nobody stand on the
they're not
street.
even going to let people come close in unless you have a ticket.
So-
So even if you're coming up the street and they stop you, if you can't provide proof of that
So
ticket,
on Pico and
Figueroa,
Figueroa, they're going to be like, hey,
yeah, it's going to be a little.
what are you
stricter.
doing?
Yeah.
Don't listen to D. Flood the joint.
Please go ahead, waste your time and be caught out there somewhere far away.
Get turned away before
Yeah.
you listen. I don't never listen to people. People tell me, hey, don't come down. I mean, one day I went to this party and I ain't had no ticket to get in the party, but
That's
we even got
quite
on the
different,
bus. It was one
Corey.
of the mansion parties. And we got on the bus. The bus drive you up to the party, and then soon as, they don't even let you off the bus without a ticket. And when the bus door opened, they was like, all right, where y'all Corey, come on, boy. That's Corey. So you can't
So
never
you
go
just
off what
told people that if
say.
you're not somebody famous, they can't get away with
You
it.
didn't
I
say
mean,
nothing about nothing. You said if you ain't got a ticket, don't
don't go in the
come
area,
downtown.
right? But if you're not Corey Holcomb, so you want them to just get turned
You
away.
ain't got to
Okay.
be Corey Holcomb. You just got to believe in yourself.
Oh Lord, please.
Everybody who believe in themselves would be hanging out around there.
Go
Even
ahead.
if we had a
Get-
diner down the street, looking at the hoes coming from the motherfucker. I'm sorry. Looking at the
The wretches.
what is another word besides scallywags? We could use? Looking at the women of opportunity,
ladies of the night, ladies of the night.
women of leisure. How about that? Women of leisure,
What? Of
sisters of
leisure?
leisure.
What? I know.
Right, women of leisure.
Of
women who
leisure.
don't work and lay up off people. Those are women of leisure.
Problems.
That's what they are. What is leisure? What is the definition of leisure? Rizza finna find it. I want
Women
to
of
see what this
leisure.
definition is. What is the definition of leisure?
Definition of leisure. The use of free time for enjoyment.
So you have to have
I'm
free
right
time.
on point, ain't it? Women of leisure. That's what they are. The women of leisure. We will be scoping you out after the memorial because you are not there for the right reasons. You are there for the reasons I'm there. 5150. You dig what I'm saying? You gonna be in town? You gonna be gone, right?
Yeah, I
You
got
gonna
a
be-
show at Elvis Presley Guest House on Valentine's Day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, I remember when I caught a cab in Memphis, he rolled past Elvis Presley old estate. You want to go in there and look around? I was like, I don't give a fuck. No goddamn Elvis Presley.
This is my first time going out
And you're from Memphis. I love it. That's great.
What if Elvis Presley people in there? They're gonna be like, "What that nigga doing in here?"
It's a tourist thing. People from Memphis don't go to Elvis Presley stuff. It's people that's from out of town.
You gotta go get that show money, so you'll be there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll be in there.
So as I get ready to leave, I want to say to all of the people who were happy with the show, I'm glad you were happy with the show. Those who took offense, fuck you in the ass. I'm sorry, Brother Rizza, who had to hear that. It was some people take offense to Rizza too. You read that shit up there?
That's
that shit is
ridiculous.
hilarious.
Oh, they're silly.
Rizza ain't shit. I mean, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
I just love it. It's entertaining to me.
It's entertaining to me too, especially when people I don't know are talking about me.
Yeah,
People say,
Right.
"Did you read the stuff they said in the?" I was like,
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious.
Real life is all that matters to me, brother.
Exactly.
Anyway, D, can you see that?
Of course.
I'm just making sure. I didn't know you could see that far.
Rizza has glasses on too, but you're not questioning his
Be
eyesight.
closer, and he don't squint when he read. Have you seen him read one of the definitions? Rizza just be like, Now you look on your phone, D, you be like, what the hell is going on here?
Very funny. I'm telling you, we're gonna go get his eyesight checked.
I know I can't see that good.
I see. Yeah, you couldn't see that earlier. They had to make it bigger. See?
I can't see that right there.
See?
I see some slick shit. They be putting shit on there. Motherfuckers be calling me a fruit booty motherfucker.
Of course.
Fuck y'all. Your mama pussy is so used.
Oh God, here we go.
You fell out like this.
What?
Couldn't think of nothing else. That's
Came
all
out.
we signify.
Tell them they came out sideways.
Right.
That was a little better.
Fell out sideways, stretching,
Oh my God.
and didn't touch nothing.
Oh
Your mama walls so blew out.
no.
Construction hats on the floor. Is that no?
No, cones. Maybe cones.
Construction cones?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Come on, Cleatis, you ain't got a good one. We're gonna leave on a joke. Let's do a Rizza joke.
You better not.
I'm trying to think
mess
of
with
what
Rizza.
would Rizza say.
I'm trying to figure out
Your
what.
knowledge is so
Over the top.
your knowledge is so thin. Your son gay.
So dumb.
I did see one I liked a bit. Somebody said Rizza's book comes with a slice of ham.
Oh.
That was actually pretty cute.
There's the joke. There
That's
it
a
is.
good one.
There it is. There it is.
That's all, man. They be having some good
The
ones in
mustard
there.
jokes be the funniest joke.
Yeah.
It come with a
there it
slice
is.
of bean pie. Come with a slice of ham. It's funny.
Yeah. They said something about swine. They said something
they
about
funny.
swine.
I can
Right?
take a joke. I just be laughing because they never say this to me in person. That's the funniest one.
They gonna say it in your face.
Yeah, what they said in my face.
Rizza
funny.
tall. He ain't that big muscular tall, but it's that in shape tall where I be worried about he won't get tired. Them the motherfuckers I worry about. You get into a fight with a motherfucker who don't get tired, you be like, time out.
That's funny as heck. Cause I'm going to the
He's
gym.
that
after
weird.
That's funny. That's funny as heck. That's funny. That's funny as heck. Yeah.
Anyway, we finna wrap this show up this week, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Corey Holcomb, 5150 Show. We'll get at y'all later, mother.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Scally.
Oh.